Revelation chapter 3 and 9. It says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Because thou hast kept my word and my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon the whole world, upon all the world, to try them that they dwell upon the earth, man. So that's talking about our people. Well, it says it's going to come upon the whole world. So guess what? You can't tell me nothing. I'm teaching you who you are, man. So you gotta listen. You have to listen, man.
I'm listening.
You gotta listen. You're drunk, so you draw it, man.
I'm listening.
All right. So that's letting you know that y'all we do not a real Jew. For one, but the Lord is a dark-skinned man.
Yeah.
The Lord is a dark-skinned man.
Talking man.
All right. Y'all going in the captivity.
I think the Lord is a female.
You fucking crazy, man.
Why the book say the Father?
Exactly. You think the Lord is a female?
Can I tell you something?
This dude, yo, he just said this is
the book was written 4,000 years ago.
Okay, all right. So why is it talking about things that's happening right now?
Oh, it perfectly relates. You know why? Because man does not change. We continue to make same mistakes.
All right, he's not making any sense what he's saying.
Listen, I made the same mistakes.
I mean,
I'm just talking about man.
How can you agree with some? He didn't say anything made sense other than the men.
Listen, the Lord is coming soon.
Like
He's coming soon.
Know that. And guess what he's coming to do?
In our lifetime.
You know, like how different is a line from 10,000 years ago?
He's coming in our lifetime.
Psychologically.
All right, well let me ask you this. So what's the mark of the beast? What's the mark of the beast?
What do you mean?
What's the mark of the beast that the Bible speaks of? What is
Is that Satan?
Is it humans?
It's not.
No, it's out here right now, man.
Read that.
But you don't, and y'all gonna get it.
I know you got it, but I don't.
Even if you don't, I got what, the mark of the beast?
And it might take me a while to understand, because that's what the Bible is.
Because you're drunk, man.
Yo,
and it wasn't
it's not because I'm drunk. The Bible is hard to understand.
It's not hard to understand. Why is it hard to understand for you? Because it's not your book.
Because I'm drunk.
It wasn't, no, it's not your book. And it wasn't given to you.
It's for everyone.
No, it ain't.
You don't think so?
No, it's not. I'm gonna watch this, man.
Yo, my father and mother grew up Catholic. They told me, please.
Yo, and guess what the Catholic Church.
They went to church every Sunday. They made
me
go.
So what? Y'all, this book is not for you.
No, listen,
this book condemns
I'm not
people.
the same.
Right.
What you tell me is righteous.
Now I'm gonna go back to what I think you said earlier.
Yeah.
You said we brothers. We all come from the same church and all that, right?
No,
tell me that.
Okay,
it's so much worse. Like, it takes me seriously.
I was gonna tell you.
I respect this more than anything. Really, no one's ever done.
You don't got no choice but to. You don't got no choice but to respect.
That's a fact.
You can stop drinking like that, man. Well, matter of fact.
That's what my friends tell me. They tell me, don't get too drunk. I always do.
If you better enjoy yourself, man. Y'all going into captivity, man.
Listen, I got your time.
So you better.
That's rough.
All right, check this out. Now you said, now you had the Lord chose a certain people, right?
Yes.
For the Israelites.
Yes.
But all man comes from the ground, right? All of us. All right. So
yes.
Check this out. This is 2 Ezra, chapter 6. I'm gonna start at verse 54. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the peoples also whom thou hast chosen. All, see that? So it's saying, every man comes from Adam, right?
Yes.
And also the people who he chose come from Adam, right? Watch this. It says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. So the Lord made the world for the Israelites' sake. He ain't make it for everybody else.
Yes.
All right, it says, and as for the other people, which is y'all,
me,
which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel, man. So that means you ain't shit. Basically, point blank period.
Yeah.
That's what it's telling you in the Bible, man. And these ain't my words, man.
Listen, that's what it's telling you.
That's what it's telling you.
What it's telling me.
Yo, how simple is that, man?
Is that go back to? No, you're right. And that's what it's telling me.
I'm not right. The Lord is right, man.
No, that's what it's telling. And the Lord's word is right.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm not even trying to defend it. Like, you're right.
Listen, check this out. Verse, y'all heard that? That's Esau right there, man. It says, and now, O Lord, behold these heathen. So he calls y'all heathens, man. Which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. So who's lords over us right now? Over these people right now. Who runs the society? Who runs society? Who makes all the laws?
No one.
Who runs
It's
society?
us. We decide.
No.
Listen,
Yo, you said we are. So we decide. Exactly.
Yeah.
Esau, Edomites.
Can I, I always go back to my argument.
So you're not white, man. You red, man.
Maybe why is that?
Because the blood shows through your skin. Now this guy right here, right? You know who that is? George Soros.
No.
See, that's crazy. And this guy, he's the one behind the whole Black Lives Matter bullshit. This dude right here, fucking Edomite.
I heard it, dude, in the NFL. He
this
said,
guy right here, man. He's behind the
said
whole Black Lives
ridiculous.
Matter. He's behind the whole Black Lives Matter movement, man. And he's behind the whole NFL taking a knee shit. You know what I'm saying? He's behind that. And he's behind the whole
Everything political.
he's behind the whole private prisons. But what is that? That's going to be a concentration camp. All right, that's where you're going to start putting people in.
making money. How do you make money off people
And
going to jail?
that dude, that's the same dude. Slavery, man. But that's the same thing that he promised Jacob. He betted Jacob Rothschild. You know who that is? Yeah, Jacob Rothschild. Yeah. So he's an international banker. He bet Jacob Rothschild that he would crash the American economy by next year, 2018. Yeah. That's why you see all this shit going on the way it's going. So can you go over there a little bit more? Kind of my space, bro. It says into devour. So how does it devour this people? With one, put drugs in the community, right? Killed our people in slavery. They still doing it. Still making it. Yeah, you are who your father is. So
listen, you say I am. But I was born into this.
Reincarnation?
Can I tell you something? I was born into this with no choice. I just existed. I didn't choose to exist.
The Lord chose it for you.
Do I think that what happened in the past is motherfucking like
it's fucked up?
How do you think the child?
No, the people that lived before us, they were fucked up.
Watch this.
Do I know the difference between right and wrong? I do. And I know it. And I know that wrong is more than an extreme wrong. Like it's farther than
all sins are equal.
And if I grow into it, I gotta tell you.
All right, so listen. So if that's the case, right? So you know there's a thing called white privilege, basically.
Facts.
So would you get that up? Would you get that up for these people? Like, yo, I don't want my white privilege no more. I want them to.
In exchange, would you take it just to live easier?
I'll take it. It's going to be given to you.
Just in America. In America, there is white privilege.
We gonna live how we gonna live.
Not in every country.
There absolutely is.
But you said it wasn't true. Where you grew up.
When we grew up, there was. Honestly,
born
we
into
never
it.
saw any like. There wasn't even talked about much like white privilege. Obviously,
We grew up.
Why would it be talked about?
Douglastown?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about anything.
I know. I'm saying.
They leave their doors unlocked and shit.
It's not.
And I hate to kill the vibe.
No, I know.
From Las Vegas. Like,
Vegas shooting.
who did that?
Yeah, you don't have to. Like, that's
government
different.
did that shit.
But check this out. You said.
What I was
that
saying,
shit.
there's plenty. Obviously, it's a predominantly white area, but there's plenty of black people. There's plenty of Indian people. And my best friend.
Indian people sucked up.
Indian people. I'm a Gadite. So that's the so-called Indian. I'm a Gadite, man.
My thing is this.
But no, see, no, go ahead,
No, I'm just saying, like, all right, just want to bring out a point
Go
that you
ahead.
said about how, you were born into it, right?
Yes.
So you were born being you, and you had no control over what happened before,
Yes.
right? So my question is to you is, what do you tell the kid who lived up the street, who grew up in poverty, whose family was affected equally from, well, I'm not going to say equally, but,
He's
from
gonna
slavery.
learn.
Okay, all he has to look up to is knowledge.
Yeah. He's gonna learn.
And versus your white privilege.
You know what I'm saying? I completely understand what you're saying, and I thought about that. And honestly, I don't know.
All right, now check this out.
The thing is,
And that's
I
what
think the only way that
people.
people like me,
That's why I gotta rely on
people who don't know, can try to figure something out just by talking about it. Like I don't know, but maybe.
No, check this
No,
out.
it's not. I have to rely
you
on
said,
the book because I can't trust the people who put me in slavery.
that's right. Yo, it said
anything
it said
I say
never
to him,
trust our enemy.
It's
man.
not going to be like.
Watch this.
You know what I mean?
Hold up. Watch this.
My
Watch
word
this.
doesn't mean much.
Hold up. Watch this.
Yeah.
Watch this. You said that you wasn't
Exactly.
back then. Right? You said you wasn't back then, right? But
Black
you are.
it.
You said you wasn't back then. You said the
Yeah.
people back then was fucked up, right? But
Hell
you.
yeah.
All right. Watch this. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse. I'm gonna start at verse 20. It says, "Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land, and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned." So the seed of evildoers is talking about y'all, man.
Yeah.
It says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities, man. So that's what the Lord is preparing for y'all, man. Slaughter. When you said the Lord is coming back, who you call Jesus Christ, yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back. He said, I won't meet thee as a man. So when he comes back, he's coming to destroy you. Right? The first time he came, when he came the first time, he was humble. Right? They put him to death. They fucked him up. Now you think, and that happened what? About 2,000 years ago? So that so 1,000 years is one day to the Lord. Right? So that basically just happened like 2 days ago. That happened like 2 days ago, man. So when he come back, like that's just like somebody do something to you in the streets 2 days ago. You think you're gonna forget about that shit? Like everybody talk about, oh, let's forget about slavery and all that. The Lord don't forget about that, man. And what the iniquity is, iniquity means your sins, man. So the sins that your fathers did, that y'all gotta pay for. The same way the sins that our forefathers did, we gotta pay for that.
All I'm saying is I don't think it's fair to just randomly associate people with certain things. Like that.
Well, listen, it's the Bible, man. All right?
I know, but like
But matter of fact, you said
that's the way you're talking sometimes.
That's the
How?
only.
That's what I'm saying.
Me with it, like that's how I would feel. But
I mean that. Look, man. That's how you do it.
You gotta,
All right.
there's two sides of the coin.
No, hold on. Before y'all
all
go,
I'm saying, I feel there's a line. You got lines. I'm going back to my lines, right? All right, you got a line with like a slightly darker
Yeah,
man.
Esau,
You
man.
might think that guy, that's a
Whoa,
guy, that's a
whoa,
person.
man.
I'm trying to point you.
Bro.
But there's a person, and that person's black. And then there's a line with
There's no such thing as black.
slightly lighter man, and that person's that's a human that's white. They're really the same. They don't. The lines don't think like.
All right,
it's just
did
the way
the same?
the lighter line put the darker line in slavery?
You just said, so you ain't hear nothing I just read. You said we the same. We not discussing this.
I think we are.
No, watch
He
this.
does
Watch
not
this.
believe that. I don't.
Okay, you said we
I don't
the
have to
same.
agree with the book.
You don't. You don't have to.
I know. I'm not saying.
But watch this. Check this out. This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. Now, this explains where y'all came from. It says, I'm going to start at verse 23. Genesis chapter 25, verse 23. It says, and the Lord said unto her, two nations are, matter of fact, hold up. I'm going to go back to verse 20, man. This Genesis chapter 25, verse 20. It says that Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of her, of him, and Rebekah was his wife, and Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. So guess what? When Rebekah had twin brothers, well, twin boys, they were in the womb, and they were fighting each other. They were struggling. The same way the so-called white man and us still do that. It's a constant struggle, constant fight, right? Hold up, watch this. Now this goes back to the womb, man. So everything's happening right now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying we come from the same thing in a long
All right,
way.
no, but
Even the place we came from was a fight.
Exactly. Slow. So watch this. Now watch this. Done. So it's so are you, man.
You too, man.
Done. It says in the Lord said unto her, two nations are in our womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from our bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So y'all came out first, right?
So
Y'all came out first, right? And y'all the elder, we the younger. So it says the elder shall serve the younger. So when we get the kingdom, y'all gonna be serving.
What about Asian people, people from Middle East?
Oh well, they're relevant. They're relevant. They're relevant. This whole thing is about the so-called black man and the so-called white man. That's what this whole thing is about.
But look,
Hold up. The Chinese people, they're Moabites, according to the Bible. The Japanese people are Ammonites. You have the Africans, which is not Israelites, so they're Hamites, and also you have Cushites, which is that's another.
So in a way, it's like they're related, and then like it's like Europeans and Africans, it's like that.
It's this whole thing is between us. All right, now check this out. Nah, go ahead. Say what you want to say.
And one thing I will call,
It's the Bible, man. King James. It's the King James.
look,
Yo, this whole time you ain't
one
really
thing
reading
is,
the Bible.
listen,
Man.
it's whether you believe it or not. It's the Bible. But look, one thing that you brought out, right? That last time I was out here, and you was I'm trying to remember. I think I got caught me off a little bit. But you had, I remember I asked you about the birthright.
Oh, I
You saw sold this birthright.
That's right.
I told you I was reading. This is the Bible. Remember I told you I had a Bible at home, but I didn't like
Yo,
read
and that's crazy because I had the Bible too. I saw
no,
them bring that joint
but
today.
just remember I told you I said I didn't want to read this one because I said I had one at the house. I didn't want to read it because of how it was, I wanted an actual, regular, a more.
And that's crazy because I'm about to get into that.
And yeah, I was reading. The thing is, I started reading. I just was reading, because I stopped coming out. Started reading, and now I know what you mean by it. So I didn't get what you mean by saying it, but now I got it because
Watch this.
I had to look out for that.
Now hold up before you leave. I'm gonna read one more to you.
Beef stew.
All right, check it out. This says going on. It says the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and his name was called Esau. But Esau. Yeah, that's what you found it. So and it came out red all over like a hairy garment. So that means he was red when he was born. Like the blood shows through your skin. And Esau, I believe, is Ashashua, and the Hebrew was mean wasted away his head. Right? Check this out. It says the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she buried him. Right? So when Esau came out, right, he had Jacob had his hand on his hip, but that represents it. Y'all in power right now. So we're gonna take y'all right out of power, and it ain't gonna be no time in between, right? We're gonna have America's gonna get destroyed. Right after that, you're gonna have like George Soros, the government, the dudes like that, which they already making like underground bunkers and all that. They got one in Denver, Colorado, at the airport. So what they doing? They don't care about you, man. And that's crazy because Esau don't care about Esau, man. So and first of all, they want the population to be under 500 million. So what they're gonna do? They're not gonna tell you. All of a sudden, they're gonna hit the button. You might get a thing on television. America about to be destroyed or whatever. They launched a missile. They're gonna be like, oh shit, what I'm gonna do? While they in their bunkers, man. You know.
You said there's gonna be planes flying over the sky.
No, they're gonna be in bunkers. They're gonna be in bunkers. Yeah, right. Check this out. It says now this is how you know that it's talking now because it says Esau, so you probably like, damn, who's Esau, right? Now I'll explain Esau's characteristics. It says the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. So what the so-called white people like doing, man? You're a white dude, so what do y'all like doing? Y'all like hunting?
I don't hunt. No,
I mean, but white people hunt a lot, right?
I honestly, I know them. I know have friends. None of my friends do.
There you go. No, man, but
yes,
there you go. So white people like to hunt, right? So y'all hunt.
Trent Cole hunts.
All right, so y'all. It says a man in the field, so y'all like being outside, right? That's what we. Jacob, we like chilling in the house, relaxing, right? So check this out. It says, all
I
right.
enjoyed exploring the woods when I was young.
See that? See that? That's Esau, man. He said he liked exploring the woods when he
He
was
tried to
younger.
reference.
So why?
Everywhere I
So
could find some
why?
woods.
Exactly. So why do you think you like that, man?
I don't know. It's just interesting.
That's who you the Lord made you, man. All right, it says all right. It says in Jacob's sons. Oh, hold on, hold on. All right, it says verse 28 says, and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Now check this out, man. God, like when it's white people, y'all hunt for deers and all that, right? Y'all can cook the shit out of a deer. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Jacob like eating, this venison, right? But it says in Jacob's side, all right. It says in Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. Now this is what you're talking about his birthright. All right, it says in Jacob, hold up. Verse 29 says, and Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. So he was tired after hunting and all that. It says, and Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage. I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. So Edom means red. That's why I call him red. This is the reason why I call him that. It says, and Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what proof and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. So now, like, all right, when he talks about that pottage, that was a stew. So the meat, it wasn't all the way done. All right, so when you go to a restaurant, how you like to eat? Medium. All right, that's the first time I heard that one. Because usually they like
Sometimes
it.
medium well.
Medium well? All right, so sometimes, though, a lot of the time, I remember going to a restaurant with this edomite girl, because we all work together. So we used to have to go into like a restaurant and order food. She wanted a hamburger. Like, this shit was rare. She was like, oh, just sizzle one side, sizzle the other side. And she like eating the blood, but you're not supposed to eat the blood. Because the blood is life, you know? Yeah. Well, hey, man, I don't know.
Never got that.
Yeah. But yeah, so we like, I know I like my shit well done, man. When you cook my food, I want that shit damn near burnt, man. Like, if I eat a hot dog or whatever, I want that shit like black. No, but then he sold his birthright, so he really ain't even care. Like he ain't even care about who he was. No, and Esau, matter of fact, Esau got the same spirit that Cain had. You know, because when matter of fact, hold up, man, I got some stuff on Esau, man. You know, why you standing here? Good Lord. Yo, that's crazy. I just did a lesson on the Gentiles, man. Just did that shit. I'm still uploading. I gotta get my Wi-Fi straight. Alright, here we go. Esau, man. Matter of fact, this is Sirach, chapter 6 and 13. That's the spirit. Went right to that joint. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 13. It says, matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 12. It says, if thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face. Separate thyself from thy enemies, and take heed of thy friends, man. So who are our enemy is Esau. Because what? As a matter of fact, check it out. This is how they came and took over the Native Americans. All right. And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you how it's a characteristic of Esau, and this how they talk, man. All right, this is Psalms chapter 55 and 21. The book of Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. Let me start at verse 20. It says, He has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. So y'all put your hands on the Israelites, right? He was at peace, man. He was chilling. Our people was naturally peaceful people. We don't go but leave it up to the media, they'd be like, yo, them niggas killing everybody. That's why like doing the hood, they shoot up shit. That's why people be scared to come through and all that. But honestly, man, that's the so-called white man is the real terror, man. Because look, check this out. Verse 21 says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, man. So that's the same thing Donald Trump and all them people doing. So that's good, man. But that's the leader right now. And then you got
Your leader too.
he ain't my leader, man. I ain't vote for that motherfucker.
I hate him.
You know, but
I
like Donald Trump.
I'm not like I think that's I don't consider myself a realist.
I like Donald Trump. Wanna know why?
He's the president of the United States of America, and that's.
Yeah, I like Donald Trump.
If you walk into a classroom, math class, and the person who's teaching your class, you can say that's not my teacher. If you're enrolled in that class, you can say that's not my teacher.
You want to know why I like Donald Trump, though? You want to know why I like Donald Trump? Because he's going to bring America down. That's why I like him. Matter of fact, I love Donald Trump. Man.
I would love when I'm able to not to.
I love Donald Trump because he don't lie, man. But I'm saying he be real, like he's speaking for y'all, man. What's the average edomite think? With the average,
he's your leader, right?
Okay,
he's your leader. You just said he's your leader.
He's
speaking for you.
I don't want him to.
Every time he opens his mouth, I'm telling you, he's speaking for you.
Good.
You say if I gotta do it, be my leader.
Jewish.
You gotta.
Yeah, he said, see,
I'm
he's still
Israelite.
Jewish.
Ish means pertaining to.
No, you heard that? And that's crazy because ish is a suffix, man. So you Jewish, right? So Jewish, that's like me saying you're childish, man. You're not no child. I know that. But that means you acting like a child. So Jewish means you're trying to act like a Jew. Do you know what the word Jew comes from?
Judaism.
Well, you're close. That's good. You close. But it comes from the tribe of Judah. It's short. Wow. It comes from the tribe of Judah, which is the top tribe. That's the tribe that who the world calls Jesus Christ. That's the tribe he came out of. And his name is not Jesus, man. That's just it. Y'all read the Talmud, right?
The what?
The Talmud. That's your Bible, man. That y'all read. That's like the rabbis and all that. They believe that. Yeah. Like, but yeah, so like how the so-called white man came over here and took over every Saturday, man, it's a whole bunch of confusion, man. But yo, so when the so-called white man came over here to America, right? What did they do to the Indians? They ain't just slaughtered them from the beginning.
So they talked to them and made them friendly people. I thought they were lit. I feel like they acted like they were friendly.
So
and then they really obviously they weren't.
But what they wanted to do? They wanted that land,
They wanted to
right?
get in with them and then take what they had.
So check this out. Yo, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and 21, which just explained what you said. It says that the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, man. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, man. So when they came over here, their whole intention was, we're going to take that land.
Yeah.
Fuck who's over there. And guess what? They came with a Hebrew-speaking navigator. That's how they got over there, man. Because Christopher Columbus knew who the people were that was over there. And how he get over there, he used to go there. First and second, that's how he got over there. And if you watch that movie, it was a movie, I believe, when they was talking about that whole story of Christopher Columbus. And matter of fact, that's not even his real name. His real name was his real name.
I don't know what his real name is.
It's Cristobal Colon, man.
Okay.
It's Cristobal Colon. That's his real name. So when he came, he had a Spanish or not. Israelites, Hebrew speaking navigator. So when he got over here, he could talk to the people. But they came over here like, yo, and then another way which was the so-called white man still does, what he do, he pushes paperwork. That's what they do. Sign treaties and shit. They still do that. They did that in Rome, man. So that's now you got people signing away their whole but what you want to say, life, whatever, your freedom. But they already took your First Amendment, right? You know, they trying to impose on, they trying to ban free speech. So soon that's how you know what famine of the word is coming, right? But how they do it, they speak smoothly to you. And what's the first thing they doing now? They talking about the RFID microchip, which you know that's the mark of the beast, right? You said you didn't believe in the Bible or something.
No, I mean, yeah, you could say that. I just think there's just so many religions that it's tough to.
You know what the word religion means?
Well, I absolutely believe that there's something, but I can determine what I believe.
The word religion.
There's just too much that goes into that.
The word religion comes from
But I respect
the word religio.
I absolutely respect it.
The word religion comes from the word religio, which means to hold back. So if you practicing the religion, they're not telling you the whole truth. This is the truth. If the Bible don't talk about religion, it's talking about the truth, man. Right? And you got all these people out here like, yo, man, you're supposed to let it govern all, man. The Lord ain't intend for us. That's why I said live peaceably among men, right? But he ain't intend to for everybody to live together in peace, man. And I'm gonna prove that to you. And he watch this. Right.
About 30 minutes ago, they
last thing is I actually really got to tell you.
All right.
I was supposed to be This is a side note, but has anybody ever told you look like Kobe Bryant just a little bit?
I was trying not to see that. I really was trying not to see
I'm
it.
just saying, I saw it, I thought it, yeah, I said it. Yo. Kobe Bryant's cool. Big fan.
It's good. He's pretty good.
This is Matthew chapter 10 and 34, man.
This was a thank you. Like, you want an autograph?
I mean, I take a picture. Yo, people.
It's the book of Matthew chapter 10 and 34. It says, this is who the world calls Jesus Christ. He says, think not that I'm come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be their own. Salak, it says, a man's foes shall be they of his own household. All right.
So you're talking about how almost like how we came and we were together in the embryo, and that's when we started fighting, but like families are, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
No, like we are brothers. We brothers, but the Lord didn't choose us. Matter of fact, I got some more. So the Lord right now, that's why like everybody thinks like you go to churches and all that, man. So they like, yo, man, you know what? We're supposed to all come together. We're supposed to live in peace and harmony. No, that's not. You know, the Lord ain't come to send peace on earth, man.